Hopefully this is working and I'll be able to, and you guys can hear me. Sorry to have to play around with two different sources, but I'm still here in the hospital. And one source, you can schedule. Hey, ACJS. Unfortunately, YouTube is still stupid in the fact that you can schedule on your laptop or your home computer, but you can't schedule a live stream on your mobile stuff. And unfortunately, my old laptop, since this wasn't a planned stay, my old laptop won't power enough to run my encoding software and my stupid YouTube. So I have to keep streaming from my mobile. So sorry about the two, honestly, the two notifications. Hey, Devon. Streamlabs? Well, maybe I have to look into that. But see, my laptop is so underpowered. It's just kind of pitiful how underpowered it is. Hey, Mrs. Fuzz. I just haven't, I wasn't planning on this stay, so unfortunately I didn't, and money, you know. Let's see here. There we go. Then I can pull this up and I can at least watch the chat on my laptop so I can chat back. Hey, Walter. San Diego. Thank you. Oh, well, sorry, everybody. I'm still trying to get back to my room, get my therapy done enough to get time to do this. I'm not sure how good is the audio. Is the audio good? You're excited for Sunday? Yes, ACJS. I bet you are. I don't know if I think I'll be out by then, but I don't know if I'll be able to make it there. If I can, that'd be great. Hey, Rebexy. I've got a lot to do to try to get out of here, but well, I'll give you an update on that first. I am doing better. I'm feeling better. I'm not like tired every second. My workouts are getting a little better. Hey, dude. My workouts are improving, but my lungs are not improving near as much as I would like. So unfortunately, that just means some of the damage I've received over the last year is definitely permanent. I don't know how much I'll gain back. I was at 36% during most of last year in my Explorers, but when I checked in here, I dropped down to about 29 to 30%. My goal is to get 33% or so back. I don't know, get back to that level. I'm not totally sure if I will get back to that level. Every time I'm unhooked from my IV, I'm over at the gym exercising, down in the physical therapy lab, doing my therapies in here, doing everything I can to try to pick it back up, but I'm, so far. But yeah, I'm guessing I'll be out of here. Sorry, I'll be out of here between Thursday and Saturday, somewhere in there. I'll be out of here. They're not exactly telling me for sure. It's kind of a take as you go and try to pump me full as much medication to bring everything down in my lungs as much as possible. So yeah, just take it as it goes and gain what I can and go from there. And then get back out and do some exploring, because God, he is stuck in here. You just want to go home and you want to get out and see something. So what is up in the world of everybody else right now? Let's see, Devon says he's going to be filming next weekend. That's cool. And I do appreciate everybody. Thanks, April. I was just about to say, I appreciate everybody who's sent me messages, emails. A few of you know my number, texts, and well wishes. I appreciate it. It's just it's the illness. It is a degenerative condition, which is why I did start the testing for the lung transplant list. So, well, that's cool, ACJS. That's good. Yeah, the weather, when my short little second, yes, I saw you follow me on Twitter. I think I followed you back too. I did notice the weather was really gorgeous when I walked over there. The gym is actually right next door. It's a monstrous building. It's the college field house. Dude, but Devon, my trolls last week were nice trolls. I didn't mind my wrestling trolls. Dude behind the camera had a guy that was a little more cranky, but dude knew somebody that could shut him up. But I don't mind fun or funny trolls. Those are the good trolls. But yeah, the weather is finally solid. So when I get out of here, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time at home. I'm trying to get Tenzo Roku to give me a direct date when we can go. He keeps moving it back. And if you're on here, Tenzo Roku, I'm sorry, man. We gotta get a date going here, because I'd want to go. I want to go out. Him and I do our Indiana trip next week. I'm looking at getting out the road that quick. So I need to get back out and see some places. I don't want to get. I got other places scheduled to go with some friends, so I don't want to get off of my schedule. As I told you last week, I'm going to do as many live streams as possible. Hey, Fuzzman, I'm working on it, dude. I'm working on it. I'm going to do as many live streams as possible from mobile and from the explorers themselves, or even from hotel or rest stops, just to let you guys keep you guys up to date. I don't know. It's a little aggravating. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little aggravated this time. I was out of the hospital the longest I've been out in a long time, but I was doing great until like the last 30 days, and then my lungs just dropped. I could see it. I keep heavy records and notes. Unfortunately, it just went pop, and that seems to be the way I drop. A lot of people in my lung problem drop slowly. I seem to do very slow. Then I have these steps, and it kind of freaks out the transplant team because they're a little worried about when to list you. Because there's rules about listing too early, but they're worried if they don't eat too late, you know. But I'm not that level yet. But yes, Tenzo Roku and I, if hopefully he gets find out a date, we're gonna go to Indiana. Got some places to explore there, and then it does look like I'm gonna talk to Lang tonight or tomorrow, and it looks like I'm gonna be able to do an extended trip as long as my health stays steady. I'm gonna do Detroit, and then Lang is gonna go with me, hopefully, and we're gonna leave Detroit, go down through Ohio. And we may, if we're frisky enough, even go out and see Devon in Pittsburgh. We would like to get that far. Maybe a rough schedule, but if Lang is with me, he can take turns driving while I'm in the back seat, honestly doing my therapies and breathing treatments. So, you know, a little self-serving here. I appreciate anybody. Please hit the thumbs up, like on this. It does matter on the Google or the YouTube analytics. All right, well, the places me and Tenzo Roku are looking at for Indiana, we got some schools, 2 or 3 high schools, we hope. Maybe a medical center. There is a possibility of a couple banks, but we're not sure. And a couple of the areas are pretty sketch. So, yeah, a couple towns are pretty sketchy there, so we're going to be careful. Then when I go see Lang is planning a bunch of stuff right now. Then in Ohio, there's just a whole roundabout. We're going to make just a trip through a bunch of areas of Ohio and see what we can come up with. Last week, oh yeah, Devon, I'd like to meet you too. I mean, that's the thing. You talk to people on here, and I'm still hoping. This stay kind of messed up my schedule and a little bit on my finances, but I'm still hoping to get out to the East Coast and see Fuzz yet. That's gonna it depends even more heavily on what my wife wants to do with her vacation time now, because I promised her a time this summer, and that's gonna have to happen. She is being very gracious though and willing to combine a business trip of ours coming up not too long after I'm out of here. We're going to combine it, and we think we have a lead on a couple of explorers there and back, and maybe even there if I get a little time. So she's going to help me combine it, hopefully, and see how that goes. So thanks to my wife for that. But last week we were talking about setting up maybe, membership card or a site, and something that you could hand somebody, whether it's a property owner or a police officer or whatever, something showing that no, we are not vandals, we are actual explorers. Kind of set up it would, as the membership grew, then it would actually mean something. Set up like a verification process, a signature process, no, this is an official urban explorer, stuff like that. And maybe we could even help out museums and stuff. But I do know a couple of the guys talked to Lang about that, and they are possibly in the process of getting a little bit of that, more of that rolling that we talked about last week. No, I don't know about a business type thing, ACJS. Any money, there would be membership dues because there are so many, as we talked about last week, there are so many people out there now that go onto websites, go to other exploring pages just to get sites to go vandalize them or scrap from them. There are a few that have memberships, but they're so low, they're still giving away sites to vandals and scrappers. Any money from membership would go into how much the website would cost, any web services, cost of any cards, anything else. So it wouldn't be like making money. Hey, Lazy Lacy. So it wouldn't be a money-making business. It'd be more of a way to, let's start showing, YouTube has helped urban exploring a lot, come out of the shadows a little bit and become a little more mainstream. Lacey, I'm not doing too bad. I'm still improving. I don't know how much more I'm going to get, but I'm hoping to be out here another 2 to 4 days. But some type of group where you could really get together and you could show somebody. Yeah, you get met with shotguns. Yeah. It looks better if there's like an official card or something where they could actually look it up online and see this is a real group with real laws and rules, and that you have paid to be part of that. Most vandals won't pay any decent money to go. They just want to go to these free sites, grab sites, and go vandalize. Which is why a lot of explorers are really picky about naming places. You just can't name them. I know somebody lately got on me about naming Old Reed Medical Center in a couple of my videos. But that's not the same because one, that place was publicly known, wide open with no security, no nothing. That's why you couldn't go at night. It was super sketchy and dangerous because of some gang people there. It was going to be torn down soon. In fact, it is mostly torn down right now. So it was in no danger of being damaged anymore. There was nothing left to take. Like I said, there's no trespassing issues there, no nothing. That's the only reason I listed it. And any site that I do list is either with permission or is just like that. But that's why a lot of urban explorers are. They don't list stuff. But that's what so vandals just go on the free sites. There's some Facebook pages that really had some problem. At least 3 pages had major issues. There's one guy going around to a bunch of them. He's banned from about 90% of all urban exploring communities now because he's been traced to destruction of property. His feeling is just openly share everything. He likes to go out and steal sites from other sites, even with membership charges, and just go give them out to these other people. He even admits he doesn't care if they're vandals or not. He doesn't really give a crap. He doesn't care if they burn it down, damage it, steal, break in, doesn't matter. So he's not the type we want to be associated with. And I don't have a problem naming him. If you want to message me, I'll message it to you. There's still sometimes issues naming him publicly on here. I don't know if I could get in trouble for that. But yeah, he's well known by a lot of our explorers as somebody not to talk to or ever go near. But maybe Urbexy's right. Maybe it might have to be by invite only. I talked to another friend during the week when I had a little free time this week between therapies, and he likes the invite only and also the proof of life we discussed. See, that's the way a lot of explorers are, ACGS. Whether it's pure urban exploring or whether you're into the paranormal part of it, a real urban explorer doesn't break in, doesn't take anything, doesn't damage anything. The best you can do is if you have chalk and magic marker or a dry erase marker, leave your name on a chalkboard or dry erase board if you find it in your exploring handle and date. But unfortunately, there are those out there, and there are even urban explorers, and I don't want to call them that. You can find some of these destruction urban explorers on YouTube now. There are groups of them out there, and they actually think it's great to go out filming themselves destroying these dang sites. There is a video, it was local, I don't know if it's still up, of these dinguses doing extremely more damage to a site that's already horribly destroyed in my area. So I was extremely unhappy about that, and I actually called the police of this town and kind of sent them the link to the video, so I don't know if anything happened on that. And that's something we as urban explorers have got to do. I've done it twice. One time I had to show my video to the cops to show that they were destroying the cops. Thankfully, let me go. As urban explorers, if we do want to safeguard sites, if you see anybody destroying, vandalizing, stealing, or whatever else, you need to call the cops. Or whatever authorities on the owner or whatever you can. All that does is make us look better as explorers every time we do that. I know the police in a lot of areas are not jerks to urban explorers just because they know what we are about and what we're doing. So they know we're not destroying things. And that makes a huge difference to a lot of police. Especially if they know that as urban explorers, we're kind of like second pair of eyes in some of these places and we will call the police. Yeah, keep. See, the thing is, as an urban explorer, I'm glad you always get permission. That's great. But sometimes in urban exploring, you can't. And sometimes you do kind of trespass. I'm sorry, but it happens. Also, there's sometimes no ownership, as I've talked about before. It's being a court battle, nobody will accept ownership, so if there's no ownership, you're free to go in, technically. But yeah, call the homeowner, call the property owner, whatever. I will say, and a lot of real explorers, and once again, it doesn't matter what type of explorer you are, whether you just explore and don't take pictures or video, whether you explore and take pictures, whether you explore and take video, both. Most explorers are absolutely disgusted by some of these newer explorers out there. So-called explorers. These run porn explorers, I guess you'd call them. But I believe Urbexy is right that it would have to be invite only. And I was talking to a friend of mine this week. He used to be an urban explorer. He did it for like 15 years and he has a health issue also, and he is unable to pretty much go outside anymore. But he says proof of life is a must. Somebody would have to have at least a year's worth of videos. And I'm not saying you have to have 2 videos, a video a week or whatever, but you'd have to have at least a couple a month for a year to prove that you are an urban explorer in good stead and not damaging items. And plus, these sites, if we set up like a database of exploring sites for everybody, you should have to do a little work. It shouldn't be, you just decide one day, I want to be an urban explorer and I want to go to join this group that has a list of like 300 sites that I got for free. You should have to have sites to bring to the group also, I believe. So that should be I think that should be another requirement we should look at. I'm going to talk to Lang about it, and maybe, I don't know if Urbexy and Dude, I think Dude said he talked to him, or did Urbexy? But I think that may be another requirement we have to have. Is you should also, I know Lang was talking about it. He had a rough time thinking in his head whether or not you should be required to share sites. I think him and I hammered out you should at least be required to share at least 3 viable sites and be able to give information on how to get in and dangers involved. Yeah, that's another good idea, Urbexy. See, Urbexy knows a lot about computers. There you go, dude. But see, there's another one, dude. Urbexy says may have to limit the number of queries, of database queries you can look up, or how many sites you can download, or whatever. My friend, Dan, also said that he likes the idea that if anybody gets caught, you don't get any warnings. You get caught sharing with anybody outside of the group. Even if the person goes with you, They must be in the group. You can't bring somebody outside of the group to the site because then they can just share it with somebody and then it goes out, it gets out of control. So it would have to be controlled. It's unfortunate you have to do that in this day and age, but we've all seen it. Everybody on here who is explorer has gone to a place, and the destruction level in a lot of places makes no sense. It's like one person goes in and destroys something, the next person goes in and some of this big ego that means, oh yeah, he can destroy that, I can destroy this even worse. And then the next jackass goes in, oh, I can destroy it even worse now. Oh, you couldn't break this, oh, I can break that. It's like, oh my Lord. I mean, Old Reed Medical Center, I will use that again as an example. That place closed down and was locked up in 2008, or 2009 actually. It was a pristine, usable hospital complex, perfectly clean. And until about 2011, it remained that way. In 2011, when first people started getting in, poof, by the time me and Sean went there in 2017, it was an absolute wasted nightmare. A skeleton of itself. Barely anything had been untouched. So in 6 years, under 6 years, because I went there decently early in 2017, in less than 6 years, they took a monstrous hospital complex and vandals, even more than scrappers, because a lot of it's just destruction. Vandals and scrappers were able to strip that place and destroy it. So that's why, unfortunately, we have to control our sites. And I implore all of you out there right now, do not just openly share sites with people unless you know who they're going to share it with. Because you may think, oh, yeah, my friend Joey, he's a great guy, he'll never do anything. But who will he share it with? And unfortunately, a lot of people will say, oh, I'll never share it. And but this is my buddy, and they do share it. I've had a lot of issues with that where I don't share now unless somebody can prove what they are. See, it's just they always have to. Hey, Keith. It's just so, it makes us look bad, and then people equate urban exploring with vandals, which is unfortunate because as me and Urban Kiwiana were talking earlier today, there is kind of a weird symbiotic relationship where sometimes we as urban explorers do depend on vandals for a way in places. Hey, Steve, how's it going, man? It's kind of a weird, nasty symbiotic relationship, but we don't break, but if they've left us an opening, sometimes we'll take it. But not that we're telling vandals, hey, go make me a spot. So, yeah, Urban Kiwiana was talking about he's got people in his country in New Zealand that are unfortunately horribly bad about breaking into places. And a couple of these guys wanted him to go with him. And he's like, no. And I told him, see, that's a true urban explorer. So, yeah. Oh, not too bad, Steve. I'm still impatient right now. Another IV, I got bruises and scars up and down here because the new PICC lines, they run up through your vein and into your heart area, won't seem to work with me. They're too skinny and they keep moving around the vein and curling up and tying themselves into a knot. So now I'm going to have to go through multiple normal IVs, so it's not going to just keep redoing it this time. And the normal IVs burn out real fast. You get a couple days on this, it's really hurting and damaging your veins. Like, that's why I got all these huge purpley marks. But Steve, I don't know if you heard anything we were talking about. We're looking for suggestions, more suggestions. Dude behind the camera sitting with a pad and paper, and Urbexy's a computer whiz. And my friend Langstraw, which I believe Dude or Urbexy both talked to. He's good at this stuff. We're trying to set up an urban exploring community, one that will be by invite only. It'll be a membership fee. The fee will go towards any cost to do with the website. There will be a card, an actual membership card where you can show people when you go to look at sites or even the police. They can go to our website, look at, our bylaws and rules. Something with maybe a little bit of real teeth to it. And maybe even we could try to affiliate with some local museums, or if you do see some stuff in places and it's about to be demoed, you can take something to the museum or at least tell the museum about something you found. Something, once again, to raise urban exploring up in the eyes of most people. The higher we can make it, better we can make us look. the more people are going to let us in legally in places without, having to sneak in sometimes. As me and Devon from Among the Unknown have talked before, if you're a real explorer, the sneaking in is kind of more of a pain in the ass a lot of times than it is worthwhile. Then you always got to be on guard for police or sound or whatever else. Yeah, the more places we can get in legally, the better. And the more people know about us and see us, the better. See, I don't know. Dude behind the camera had an idea, Steve and the rest of you, about an app also. And I don't know. It may or may not be a good thing. I do say one problem is an app would be harder to control. Maybe. Urbexy know more about that than I would. Oh, here, Urbexy's putting... what's this cigar? Yeah. And even have the phone number on the back, a phone number, and I wouldn't mind if my number's on there, or they can send complaints to a website for our group, the police, a property owner, something if we're destroying. And if that person is breaking our bylaws, not only sneaking on the property isn't breaking a bylaw. Sometimes you do that. It's an urban exploring thing. But if you're breaking our bylaws, that email or that phone call will get you removed, and that's that. You would definitely have to prove, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that you did not do what they said. But that's what we've been talking about last week, some Steve, and we're hoping to maybe get some more ideas thrown out this week. So, exactly, Steve. Yes, there's a good idea, guys. Yeah, dude or Bexy. Steve thinks wait till everything gets a little larger. And the thing is, if you can invite good urban explorers, people people that have a proof of life. And once again, unfortunately, we're gonna have to look to YouTube, and any photography sites. It can be still photography. This isn't just for video, guys. But unfortunately, to those of you who don't take pictures or videos or anything of your explorers, you're probably going to be out. Because there had to be some type of proof of life. You'd have to be a member of a photography site for a year and show you've posted some stuff for a year. And same with YouTube. You've been on YouTube, you got a channel, and you've posted, I don't know, what do you guys think is required for video posts in a year for a membership someplace like that? I'd be thinking, I don't know, maybe not a month. Well, dude, not really. Because you've gone with Urban Kiwiana on most of his explorers. You've been with him on a lot of those. You've been on the road trips even. So no, it doesn't take you out. Because you are on those. Just because your name isn't dude behind the cameras exploring, you were there for those. Heck, you're even on some of the video clips of his. And you were the dude behind the camera. $40? Sorry. Let me out. But no, it's gonna have to be some type of proof of life. And it doesn't have to be your channel. Once again, dude behind the camera, if anybody knows, was part of Exploring New Zealand, or Abandoned New Zealand, which is now Urban Kiwiana. For a long time, he did a lot of those explorers with him and did a lot of the filming, and also was part of his crew. His tech man, that's how I found him. So what do you guys think about requirements, let's say, for video or whatever else? How many pictures they have posted in a year, or how many videos? I now want to make it a rough thing, but they should have to have, if you do it over a year span, here's my thought process. If you do it over a year span, usually one video a month. Not a lot of vandals or scrappers are going to take that much time to try to get our hands on them sites to vandalize. Vandals are lazy. So yeah, any ideas thrown out is great. Let's see. Okay. Well, see, it doesn't... See, that's where it's tough, Steve. We got to make it enough requirements that vandals won't go do it. And vandals have... I knew a friend he was on one of the sites that has actually gone away now. They actually had a $40 a month membership, or a year membership, and to get access to their exploring map. It was a popular site for about 3 years. But the vandals would pay the $40 a month, and the 3 or 4 guys get together, it's only 10, $12 each. And the vandals got in there and went. That's because they didn't have a. And he said, people on there said they did made a mistake. They should have had a proof of life. So I understand, Steve. Not everybody has. I mean, do you do maybe 12 places a year? I mean, that's not a lot in a year. 40 videos, okay. Yeah, ACJS. A lot of people are paying, and see, there's nothing wrong with paying to explore a place. Because if you did the research, found a place, and they're willing to let you, hey. When people get, I had one thing said they wanted to charge me exorbitant amounts, and that's one of the like ridiculous. Like really, I'm like I don't make any money off this, and even if I did make anything on YouTube sometime, it's very minuscule. And then they tried to make a rule that I could only have it up on the internet for like 2 months. It's like no. The only thing is you gotta be careful because some places are too toured, and is that really abandoned then? So it's kind of strange. Well, Steve, you said if you do 12 in a year, that should be. I think that'd be good because a lot of it, see, we're trying to stretch out over that year span. That year span, a lot of vandals and scrappers aren't going to take a year to do something and look at the end game, the long run. People will take a year to post video, make videos, post good content, and put it up. Those are actual explorers who you can invite. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here. That's a good idea there. Yeah, and Lang did part of that when he did the one him and I were working on originally. It's he only had people share. You needed to share, be required to share. Lang also had it set up where you had to give some info on it, how to get in, if it was if there were homeless people or it was in a sketchy neighborhood. He had a risk like a 1 to 10 risk factor, police stuff like that. If there's anybody to contact an owner, he had a whole list of things you could put in about each place you shared. So something like that might work. But yeah, it's going to be a tough thing to figure out, and that's where the money would come in. Somebody, and I'm not technical enough to do it. I just honestly I'm not. Somebody's going to have to put a little time in on this, and there's going to have to be people maybe in each country to help administrate. So yeah. Ooh. Wow, I didn't know that, Rebexy. Hey, maybe I should check TripAdvisor here in America. I did not even think of that. Wow. Really? Well, Well, see, maybe here in America, a lot of people aren't doing that because our trespass laws are a little different. And from what I hear from Urban Kiwiana, they're a little rough in New Zealand too. Where you start sharing that somebody's place is good to explore, they may get on your butt. Maybe I'll do something about it here. Yeah, somebody will need to be an admin or, like an inspector general for each country. Especially since you know the people in your country and your customs and laws better than any of the rest of people, everybody else. Oh man, it's gonna be complicated, but I think with the right people, I think it would be worthwhile if we could get one going and keep it going. I wish I could remember the name of the one that was really big for a while. In fact, I think their map is still floating around out there. They had a heck of a map. But they were really big, but no, they didn't have proof of life, and finally the administrators had to dump it. Possibly, dude, yeah. There may be some big countries that may need chapters. I don't know. Then now, what do you guys think? Here's a good question. Do you think the big explorers like Josh and some of the other big explorers out there, do you think any of them would ever want to join something like that? I'm betting maybe no, because a lot of those big guys would not like the requirement of having to share sites. And I'm not being a jerk here, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of the big guys that are very stingy about sharing sites to anybody else. Yet they have no problem getting sites from other people. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Steve. I'm gonna say a lot of them, a lot of the bigger explorers will not join. And I know some big explorers see this someday, they may get mad at me. A lot of them are extremely stingy with their sites. Hey, Cindy Vlogs. Maybe, dude, but I don't know. Because some of these big explorers are sticking together. Ah, there you go, Urbexy. Yes. Yeah. You know, a lot of the big explorers do follow rules. They don't break. They don't steal. They don't, mess up sites. That's how they kind of got big on big, too. Let's see. Yeah, we are all small fry to them. It's true, Steve. But I will say this. A lot of the small guys lately, study boy. A lot of the small explorers lately have had really good sites and are actually kind of more interesting. And I'm not saying as I'm a small explorer, but I think some of the small explorers these days are having better explorers. I mean, sure, some of these guys get to travel the world and they see some of these big places, but sometimes they box themselves into a corner by overdoing, getting too high, and they've kind of lost track of what real urban exploring is. And when these guys are able to go into these big fancy places in groups of like 8, how risky was that explore? Or how unknown is that? Sounds like anybody could see it if they could just get there, really. See, dude, I don't know, dude. Okay. Do behind the camera, and Urbex and a couple others been on my streams before. Steve, I don't know if you've heard this. We talked about some of the big explorers. I don't want to name some of these guys. We all start somewhere, Cindy. It doesn't matter. Everybody on here started with 0 subs. It takes time and work. Some of them, yeah, I do think some have researchers. But some of them do communicate just between some of the big explorers lately. I've noticed some of the big explorers have started hanging out and talking. And then something you see like, and this is a guy I like, so don't get mad at me. They're these guys. Suddenly, RNK all day did some explorers one year in a row, this group of explorers. Suddenly the next year, earlier this year or late last year, Josh and Steve, a couple of guys, actually explored with RNK all day a few times. Did some explorers with it. Suddenly after that, Josh and a couple of the other explorers suddenly did the same explorers RNK all day did in almost exact order. And once again, they're able to go in with power on and make noise and use PA systems. So I know some of us have thrown out a stink eye that are these places really truly abandoned. I mean, I really don't want to tick people off. One explorer has been in a bunch of places where there's no dust on anything. You're not leaving footprints. The hallways are still shiny. You're not leaving a single footprint. Like I said, they're getting on the PA system, talking to each other. Whoever's in the office is going, hey, what are you doing? Where are you at? Oh my God. You can't do that if you're actually sneaking, exploring something. Everything's working, power's on. I mean, I'm starting to, and then I start to see Josh and some of these other guys starting to follow his explorers or others' explorers in order, pretty much. So I think some of them are out of ideas and maybe forgotten it. Sometimes just exploring a good old abandoned house is great. Houses I posted from Pitcher, Oklahoma. All the big buildings are torn down. Well, there's one small church we couldn't go near because, well, there's a policeman sitting out there doing a speed trap. So you're not going to piss with a cop. He's being really cool about us going around there through everything. But those are just abandoned houses, and I think they're amazingly cool. Like a lot of explorers right now, I've noticed that my views have dropped, though, since YouTube started courting celebrities and other stuff. But in the last month or so, yeah, a lot of my views have slowed, strangely. I don't know, it's maybe warm weather. Josh's hair is getting out of control, yeah. Wow. See, you got a lot of, see, those are great. And that's great. Look at the different explorers we can get to see. Because your channel, Cindy Vlogs, you got those. I don't have too many of those here. You know, I did find out that we have a lot of coal mines in my area, but they did a really good job of sealing up and hiding a bunch. So I need to try to see if I can find some of those. But yeah, old ghost towns and gold mines, and that'd be really cool to find. I'd like to travel sometime and see that, but I need more money than I have. Which brings me to my other idea. I am going to, when I get back home, my view time has dropped. I'm still way over what YouTube needs, thankfully. I thank everybody for that. To monetize, and I'm going to. Pajerico is monetizing. He gave me an idea of what I could be looking at. It's not a lot, but at least it would help with gas or food. 7 ghost towns in Iowa. See, I heard that ACJS. There's also one part of Illinois, and you just got to be careful. It's a little sketchy. Some friends over there said, yeah, you better have pepper spray with you. It's not the normal transients you have to worry about. There are some crackheads live in a few of the buildings, and they are very violent. Exactly, Study Boy. I mean, you guys in New Zealand show me places I can't get to. Maybe someday, but I can't right now, so I can see it all here. I mean, as a lot of you know, as I do try to watch your explorers and comment, sometimes I give a thumbs up, because if I'm on the treadmill for working for my lungs, I can't type. There's no air left to do it. But I watch a lot of stuff. If you go through my list, it's urban explorers, and it's 99% small people. So if I, oh my God. See, I couldn't take my dog and some of my explorers. There's too many nails and, the crap he'd step in. Oof. But my dog would probably love it. Plus some of the areas we go into. Boy, I don't know if I'd want him breathing some of that. So I'd have a little doggy mask. It'd be like Scooby-Doo. We had the scuba mask on built for a dog. I'd have a little doggy breathing mask on for my dog. Because, boy, that thing bad for us to smell. Imagine them. See, Cindy, I also have a concealed carry. But problem is, concealed carry laws in America are so crappy. One state you can carry concealed and or open. Other states you can only carry concealed. Other states you can't carry if your concealed carry is not from their state. It's so crazy. And then you gotta watch. Thanks, Study Boy. I appreciate that. And as you know, I am a frequent flyer on your channel. I do wish we get our gun laws straight here in America. See, that's the problem with Cindy. I live in Illinois. Illinois is a bunch of jackasses. Illinois doesn't recognize anybody's concealed carry. But thankfully, at least 34 states, I believe, recognize mine. But here's the problem, and be careful, Cindy. In some areas, if you're caught trespassing on somebody's property, exploring, it's a misdemeanor, if even that. But if you have a weapon on you, it becomes a felony. You can lose your gun rights, and it can be some jail time. So be careful where you carry. If it's in your state and you know it's not going to get you in extra trouble, fine. But when you travel like I do, see, when I go to Detroit, I can't bring mine in Detroit. I can bring it in Indiana, I can bring it in Ohio, I believe. I can bring it in Iowa, I can bring it to Wisconsin. I can even go to Missouri. But as soon as I go to Detroit, I'm in trouble. But a friend of mine there has his. Well, see, that's what I just said, Urbexy. In America, if you're not carrying it, in most places, what we call a misdemeanor, which is they may just slap you on the wrist and tell you go away, or you may get a ticket, or if you do get a fine, it's not going to be huge in most areas. Some areas are real jerks. But if you have a weapon on you, they amp it up. And that's in a lot of areas. So yes, as a explorer, and even be careful with pocket knives. Even in other countries, I'll talk to other explorers and say, if you have a pocket knife with you, that can be considered an offensive weapon. They can get you for that. So I do carry pepper spray. Yes, ACJS, if you're going to do this, I would definitely carry some pepper spray. Yep. The threat of pepper spray did back off a few people in the past I've had a problem with. Somebody the other day I was talking to brought up transients or homeless, people living in buildings, and how they were actually a little afraid to explore because of these people. Honestly, yeah, big heavy tripod, wow. I'll just fly my drone at them and hit them with the props. Homeless people are not my biggest worry, honestly. Because there are times that when I'm an explorer, if I have a feeling that there's other homeless people in a building, I will actually announce myself out loud off and on during, which I obviously don't record and put that in video, but I announce myself off and on while I'm in the building loudly. And say, hey, anybody living here, I'm not here to mess with your stuff or mess with your area or your home. I'm not here to arrest you or cause any problems. I'm an urban explorer and I'm here filming for YouTube. If I'm afraid they are sketchy people, I will say that I'm live streaming, even if I'm not. Because nobody wants to go and mess with you very much if you're live. Because that leaves a lot of witnesses. Because if you're just recording, they can take your camera and hurt you still, whatever they care. But if you're live, they're kind of busted. So sometimes I use that ruse whether I am or am not live streaming. So I don't know if you have to do that in your area, but I've run into a few people that said that's definitely a good idea where they announce. And I do. I yell it out once in a while. If I float, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get caught. Ooh, yes. Yes. But see, Cindy, that's where you definitely would want to announce before you went in, hey, this is what I am and who I am and what I'm doing. Because a lot of times they would come out and warn you in advance, you better go away from this area. But yes, they are territorial, and so are scrappers. But I've had some homeless people actually help me with explorers. One guy one time actually come out and showed me around a place. It's about 3 years ago. He stunk and whatever else, but he made time to actually come out and show me around. He set me up to a great explorer that day. And I did float him a little money, and he did not buy booze. I was very impressed. He bought food. But homeless people usually aren't the problem. Yeah, there you go, ACJS. Nice. I will say one thing, yes. When I've gone through cemeteries, I've had the least amount of issues. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that you guys got that one up in your channel study. Boy, I gotta watch that. But what do you guys think? Do you guys, anybody else here have trouble with transient people or, sorry, homeless, whatever you want to call them, or criminals? I've had problems with scrappers. Sean and I, when we were out together, we were always he was actually, and rightfully so, more wary of scrappers than he was homeless people. Scrappers are very mean. Oh, wow. That's cool, Kaiser. I'll have to get a hold of you. See, Chicago? All right. For those of you who live outside of America, Chicago is actually the most violent city in our country. Yeah. It's, I hear some good places to explore up there, and Kaiser lives closer than I do. But boy, I've been really sketched about going near Chicago. Just because of the problems up there. Yeah. Urbex, you're lucky. When I run into actual scrappers, and you can find other videos online of other YouTubers who run into scrappers, and they've left it up on their video, they get the hell out of Dodge. Scrappers will chase you down. Scrappers will beat your butt. Scrappers will steal your stuff. Scrappers are jerks. They don't want you getting them on camera. Anything. Last time I went back to free film the small hospital I did for my first YouTube. I went back to refilm that. I had to hide in a closet in a room. I have it on video, but I didn't get the people on it. As soon as I heard them talking, I skittered back into this closet in the back and stayed there, or the bathroom, and hid in one of the patient rooms. And I can hear them. I don't think my mic picked them up very well, but it's dark, so I'm not going to post that if it's hearsay. But yeah, it's a creepy moment. You don't know. So I was in the dark back there with my pepper spray in my hand. You're right. There aren't a lot of people, homeless people in Corpus, but you'd be surprised when you run into some. Kingsbury Ordnance Plant, yeah. Prisons. Ooh. See, I haven't had a prison yet. I haven't had an amusement park. Well, kind of. I don't know if I could count a water park as an amusement park. See, I wanted to have that video posted by now, but I'm up here and I did my editing stuff. This thing will not edit. No, I have a water park video that I exported to Urban Man 2015, invited me down. It's really cool. It's not even the biggest water park, but whoever did this went out of their way they formed tons of cool stuff out of concrete. It's amazing. Is it? Well, see, Kaiser, I don't know if you know, at least one or two prisons in Joliet are off limits now. I think one was burned down by the Vandals, and another one, because of that burning down, they upped the guarding hugely. Yeah, I'm with you, Urbex. See, I definitely want a prison explorer so bad, but see, I don't know if I count my water park explorer as a amusement park. I want a real amusement park. Oh, that's cool, ACGS. It depends when I get out of here, hun, because I haven't been home in at the end of today, it'll be 8 days solid I've been here. I came up last Monday for a testing. The testing went crap, and they checked me in the same day. I checked in here about 4:45, 5 o'clock. They started my meds right around 7, 8 o'clock at night. So it'll be my 8th full day. The average stay is 9 with a possibility of an extra 4 added on, my doctor was telling me the other day. See, Study Boy, there are some places like that here. Amusement parks, there are a few in America still up, but, well, you gotta find, it's hard to get to them. Ooh. Wow. See, this water park, abandoned water park, that's another thing. A lot of things going paintball. There's a abandoned hospital complex in Wisconsin. The owner is an absolute, I'm sorry to say this, I like a lot of prisons, but a lot of owners have been really nice to me. The city of Galesburg, Illinois, I must say, have been some great people up there in Galesburg. So thank you to everybody in Galesburg, Illinois. If any of the rest of you in Galesburg have more places for me, please get a hold of me. But I'm going to shout out Galesburg one more time. Galesburg, Illinois was really good to me and Sean. When we found places and talked to people, the people were really good. It was a good place to go. And it's nice when you run into places like that. But no, this abandoned hospital complex in Wisconsin, the owner is an absolute jerk to, explorers. He is now renting it out to paintball war people, or not paintball, it's the airsoft people, like the pellets. Now these people, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go and flip things over, bang into things, and they're going to damage this place. It's pretty pristine right now. It's a huge, gorgeous complex. Hella security sneaking in. But Urban Explorers, as a group, I contacted him. He said no way in hell he would ever let Urban Explorers in there. I'm like, you'll charge these guys to go in and tear it up, but you won't let an Urban Explorer go in and take video or pictures? What the heck? How do you get permission, Kaiser? A lot of it, you do tax, there's property searches and tax searches. Find out who's paying the taxes on them, who owns it. Go talk to managers of businesses. Sandberg Mall in Galesburg, Illinois. Once again, thank you very much to the owners at the time. Now there's new owners. It's closing up, and then it may be remodeled for an old folks home. Some of it, and some of it might be torn down, or it all might be demoed. I can't get a straight answer, and I can't find the new owner. The new owner's in Texas. But the original owners, I talked to the management, and they let me and Sean film there. They even unlocked the theater that was there for us, which was very great. There was a small cemetery house, an old house right in a cemetery there. And we talked to the manager of the cemetery, and he was really cool. He's like, I'll unlock it. I'll take you through it. No big deal. He just had to go with us for insurance reasons to cover his butt. But yeah, stuff like that. We've also sent mailed letters where I look up property tax. You go to your city or county assessor. If you know the property address, you type in the address and come up who owns it, who's paying the taxes. You mail them. Sometimes you can find a phone number, a lot of times you just mail. And you hope they answer. I got a couple more local ones I got to try to get my hands on. So far I haven't found much up here in Iowa City where I'm at in the hospital. Would have been nice. Sorry, notification popped up right in front of my chat. Tiny little laptop screen. But see, those World War II underground shelters are a little different, Urbexy. This hospital right now is pretty pristine. And we don't even know how this guy got the money to get his hands on it. We just know he physically seems to hate urban explorers. I even talked to the people that are renting it from him to run this airsoft type thing, the bullets games, I can go, hey, how about I pay you guys to come in and do urban exploring and while you guys are shooting there and doing stuff? I'm like, I'll just wear the whatever the no combatant color and just do my video. And he said he would like to, but the owner, as part of the actual agreement, this owner said absolutely no, under no circumstance will you let urban explorers in, or you'll never get a lease from me again. Then last I heard, you're gonna love this. Last I heard, they were saying that they were gonna let urban explorers in, but you're gonna pay more, which is funny. Yeah, I'm gonna pay more not to damage a place, and you're gonna turn over all your footage to the owner, and then the owner would decide what of your footage you could have and use. It's like, what? I'm supposed to pay you not to use my footage? No. So unfortunately, there's still people like that. And he knows what urban explorers are. He knows what we want to do. He's a jerk. He'd rather let somebody bang the place up and beat it up. I don't know if any of you ever run into that, and I hope you don't. They're just jerks. 9 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. You can see Urbexy, but that's the thing. Originally, he didn't even want urban explorers in at all. But now if we go in, he's got to get more money, and then he wants your footage. All footage must be turned over, which I was telling some friends. We can still go in, pay the extra, go in and video it, and then just upload to the cloud while we're in there. Get done videoing, sit down for the rest of the time. You got a power pack with you, and just sit there and upload everything to your Google Drive account or whatever, or your Gmail. Upload all your stuff. Then you can delete some and turn over some to him. I mean, that's just jerk. I don't know why you would ever do something like that. Why is it better to let something be destroyed? How many of you run into that? There's a good question for anybody out there. How many of you run into people who would rather let a place get destroyed and has almost told you as much rather than let you explore it? And I have run into people like that. I asked a couple people, I'm like, it's just rotting away. There's nothing going on there. You, by your own admission, you haven't even touched it for 12 years. Well, I'd rather just see it rot away. It's like, I just want to preserve it. I got to go back through our chat from a couple weeks ago when I was still at home. Sorry, I was not feeling real good. And find out what we voted on, where I was going to add to my name. I can't remember what we voted on. I think it was urban archaeology, but I think that's what I'm going to put on my name here soon. I said, I'm so limited. I can't do my editing. I can't do anything up here. I should be registered for monetization while I'm up here, but I'm so short on time. These little streams I bust my butt to get a lot of therapy done so I can take this 2-hour gap. Well, Study Boy, I'm sorry you've run into that, dude. It just sucks. Hey, thanks, man. I don't know. It's just... Oh, Kaiser. I so want to do that, dude. What do you mean closed off the entrances? You mean like they cemented them? Or is there some way to get around it? To film a mansion guy. Why would you do that? Oh, see, that's crap. That sucks, Cindy, yeah. You know, you gotta be careful because some missile silos, there's a lot of rusted, broken stuff, and a lot of it's full of water in the bottom, and some people died not being careful and broken through some stuff and drowned. Yeah, I definitely want to get to a missile silo too. I think there's a couple Nike missile silos in southern Illinois. Sorry, I gotta catch up here. I'm gonna change it. Oh. ACHS exploring. Careful, that looks like aches. Like aches and pains, just without the E. Well, Kaiser, the military base I did, you would probably enjoy, man. It was a good place. It's huge. And I don't think that's the same one you've been to. In fact, I'm pretty sure it isn't, unless you were in a totally different area. The abandoned army stuff is hard to find in America. It seems like Europe has a lot more of it that's open and accessible. Yeah. Yes, and thank you for not open sharing that on the chat here. So please be careful, guys. If you want anything open shared, since YouTube does have the chat, comes up automatically now. If you share something on chat, it used to be, it would still be private. Now it's not. So Kaiser, you did perfect there. Ooh. Well, there you go. Cindy, you're getting me jealous. That's a good one. ICJS explain. Okay. Dang, autocorrect. Yeah, oh, autocorrect. Sometimes I don't know why they call it autocorrect. I only leave it on because with my big thumbs, my little keypad it's ugly. And sometimes swipe does not work right. You swipe the word cat and it comes up something strange like Cinderella. You're like, what? That's not even enough letters. 2 letters. Let's see here. Anybody else? Anything else? Anybody, someone else to bring up? Sorry. A little touchy, this little IV is. Medication's kind of rough on things. What else? Somebody else want to bring something up? Because I am here for you, and I like to wander also. So I've been thinking that lately I've been dominating too much of the conversation. I'd like to see what you guys would like to have me answer. I can answer questions, talk to you. Kaiser threw out a good question there a little bit ago, and I hope I answered it enough. But yes, Kaiser, you will be doing a lot of tax and tax assessor searches. It's a good way to find people and owners. Sometimes write a letter. If you have a card for stuff, put in. No, Kaiser, that is against exploring rules. Never break in. Never. Nope, explorers do not break. Cool, ACJS, have a good one. No, I'd never break in. I've been doing this over 30 years. I've never broke in. Never do it. It's just, sorry, I keep saying that over and over again, but no, it's a major exploring rule for any real explorer. You never break, you never take. Like I said, I know this one house is going to it's going to be burned down as part of fireman practice. With the old newspapers under it, on the floor. Yes, we do depend on vandals in a way, or owners, or decay. Natural Mother Nature a lot of times makes us a way in. But see, as soon as you break in, Kaiser, you're a vandal. You are the exact opposite of an urban explorer as soon as you break. Do we depend on this sometimes? Yes. But Mother Nature makes a lot of ways in. The one school me and Sean explored had that really cool gym in it. Mother Nature made that one for us. Part of the roof ate through and actually caved in part of the back wall. So that's how we got in. And anything funny because any of the doors of the place and windows were boarded and locked and shut up. Exactly, Urbexy. See, now there's something that a lot of people forget to check. Thank you. That's okay, Urbexy. A lot of people forget to check windows. Sean and I, no, I wasn't with Sean. I was with another friend then. I was with a friend, Eric. Him and I did a motel along the highway. And everything looked locked up as perfectly. We started walking around this thing. We got almost 3/4 around this thing. It was like window number 125, pulled up and slid right open. So yeah, just checking stuff like that. Yeah. See, thing is, Urbexy's right. A lot of these old windows, people never even locked them. Sometimes the locks wouldn't engage because things warped and they're old and seized. So yeah, you push hard enough, they just open. But yeah, as long as you don't break, Kaiser, you're fine. Sliding a window open, if you can pull a door that's chained open enough, you can squeak in. But as long as you don't break. Friend of mine, okay, here you go, everybody. Okay, I want a ruling on this. Nice. That's pretty cool, Kaiser. I want a ruling on this. Friend of mine did an abandoned mall. They were noticing one board over one window area was just bolted or screwed in with Phillips screws. So what'd he do? He brought an electric screw gun with him. And he just undid the screws and then made it so you could move the board enough to get in it. That can't stay right back in place. Then when they left, they screwed it right back down. Now, I don't think I'd call that breaking it, but the police might. But under urban exploring rules, I find that acceptable. What do you guys think? He was on the fence. Yeah, see, I've thought about carrying a pot screwdriver with me just because of that. Yeah, I mean, it's not even like pulling nails. You pull a nail, a lot of times you run the nail. But yeah, you just pull the screws and then just put it right back. So I don't think that's break. You're not breaking anything. So with urban exploring rules, I think you're covered. Ouch. With the laws, God knows. But I told him that was actually, I don't know why I'd never thought of it. 30 years doing this. Really? Metal fence with the snap bolts? No. Exactly, Cindy. Yeah, no trespassing signs. That's a big invitation to urban explorers. But like you said, without breaking. But trust me, Cindy, I don't know how long you've been doing this, but urban explorers is actually one of our top rules. You do not break in, you do not take anything, and you do not damage a site are the biggest three rules. Oops, sorry. Ultimate Warrior! Hey! Dude! Ooh, Kaiser, wow. Have I regretted anything during Urbex? Yes, I've regretted not getting certain footage when I saw it wanted to. And I was going to go back and then I couldn't get in because now it's suddenly locked up or because it was destroyed. I regret not going to something quick enough. I missed the Pontiac Silverdome by 2 days because of a delay that I made. Yes, the ultimate troll is back. Welcome, Ultimate Warrior. Actually, we talked about you earlier, man. Yes, dude behind the camera is right, Ultimate Warrior. We actually voted you, and we talked about you on his live stream. You are one of our favorite trolls, and you are actually, we're giving you gold troll status. You're probably one of the best trolls on YouTube because you're trolling, but you're doing it in such a cool way where, boy, you make it invitations to troll people's, channels. So yes, you are the ultimate troll. We thank you very much. You've been mentioned. Dude's live stream, by the way, we were streaming on his channel in New Zealand, and we talked about you. So we let other people know, because he had a cranky troll. We were wishing we had you instead. Yes, I'm going to have to keep, that's a good call. Gold troll status. I like that. Yeah, because I know Land of Land and Land, he doesn't get good trolls. He gets real crabby trolls. They're jerks. He doesn't get the friendly trolls. He would kill for the Ultimate Warrior troll. He gets ones he has to block all the time. But yeah, we appreciated you last week. Okay, so we had Ultimate Warrior. Who's next? But what do you, I don't know, I think, see, problem is, Rebecca, if you got bolts that'll break on a fence, you break something, you cross that line. It's such a weird line with exploring. But yeah, Kaiser, I think I answered your question, but I regretted not filming. That's why when Urbexy and I looked over my footage of the first place I filmed for YouTube, he said, dude, you got to get some better footage. You got to go back. And I'm glad I went back because now I'm much happier with the footage I got. It looks better. I was more complete. I've also, since I didn't used to film for YouTube, I got better at my filming. And I found some stuff I actually missed. Ooh, Ultimate Warrior, I vote the elephants. I like the elephants. Something about a bunch of raging elephants. Everybody else vote. Our gold troll needs votes. But no, I think, it's all right. This little tiny screen. When things pop up, they pop up in the way. Uh-oh. Okay, Ultimate Warrior. So far, 3 votes for elephants. So far, we're 3-0. Anybody else got anything? Counseling? Oh, Cindy, be nice. These are good trolls. No, I don't know. You weren't here last week, were you, hon? He came through as a bunch of people. I was trying to get him to do his Roddy Piper, and he wouldn't do that. No, I like my trolls. We feed our trolls properly here. Our trolls have benefits. And remember, the benefit of a troll is more watch time if you're trying to help your channel out. Oh, yes, be careful, Cindy. He has gold troll status. Don't troll our trolls. See, Ultimate Warrior, you're even protected here as a troll. Oh, we know, Cindy. We're just messing with you, hon. But no, we like happy, friendly trolls. He might be back in a second, too, as somebody else. He does switch. He just did not give me my Roddy Piper last time. Was disappointed in that. A good gold star troll should be able to take some requests. Because what he did, Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah, we had some good ones last week. Okay. I'm going to throw out something I've seen a big mistake of a lot of urban explorers lately. And some of them are guys who've been around a while. Lighting. I see some new urban explorers come out and you can't even see their video very much. They're depending on people. I don't know what they're depending on people to watch because you can't see it. And then I say something. I've even said something on a few of their their videos as comments, and then they come out with a dim little flashlight. You know. I've also seen them move from some big urban explorers to nice light panels like I carry and like a lot of people carry that work great. Nice, good light. Going to these super bright flashlights that really actually kind of suck because they put this light spot in the middle that you can really see well, and the rest is kind of a shadow. I don't like those. Stick with the light panels, guys. You can get them. And some of these really bright, expensive flashlights are darn expensive, like a couple $100. You can get a good light panel, a couple rechargeable batteries for 40 to 50 bucks. Uh-oh, dude gave an answer, Bexy. I was going to go 6, but... What do you guys think about the lighting? And that's something, maybe we should start discussing that off and on, too, equipment. I mean, as everybody knows, I'm not shy about it. I did use a DSLR before I did YouTube, and I did use a DSLR when I started YouTube, but then I found out my cell phone actually did better. Well, Cindy, here's a piece of advice for you. Check out your cell phone. If you have a really good cell phone, some of them have amazing camera technology, and also you look a lot less conspicuous walking across a parking lot or a street towards a building with something you can put in your pocket. A lot of guys get caught. They wonder why, because they walk towards a place with a DSLR with a big Rode mic on it and holding it on a tripod that's this long. It's like, you really wonder how you got caught, huh? My cell phone right now is standing on a tripod, and that's what I'm using again. It's a tripod that extends 3 levels, and when you have it short as it goes, it's like a perfect handle for your phone to view. Your Galaxy 8 should work just fine, Cindy. That has a good camera. Make sure you set it right. As Rebecca can tell you, I made a mistake on setting mine once. A couple times, actually, in my early Explorers, and it's crap. Yeah, just make sure you set it right. Like, I film all my footage on this in 1080-60. Make sure you set it that way. 1080-30 on a cell, because the processor size and everything, the sensor size, I mean, is grainy and can be jerky. Do 1080-60, you should be fine. You can even do 4K. I know you can't on mine. Mine also does this called 4K Ultra, which is almost 5K, but not quite. It takes better than 4K pictures, better than 4K video. But 4K isn't not a lot of demand yet. Also, you're going to find out 4K heats your device up and takes tons of storage and is much harder to edit for your computer. but there's not a lot of demand for it. 90% of stuff out there, easily 90% is still 1080 60. Uh-oh. Oh! See, that's one thing I admit. A lot of guys say don't use me autofocus. I got this autofocus all the time. Rarely have I used manual focus. I've used manual focus when I was walking through a hallway that had these lights coming from the side through the sunlight from holes. And it kept screwing it up. So I did manual focus that time. Well, there you go, Cindy. Dude behind the camera is throwing out an editor. I don't know how much you edit yet, Cindy. But the only problem you're going to run into with your cell phone, this is the problem, what I gave up when I gave up using my DSLR. DSLRs have a mechanical, manual, an actual physical zoom. Cell phones have a digital zoom. Do not use it. Just get closer to your object or stick with a small far distance picture because digital zoom sucks. It gets grainy easily, especially in low light. So I just make the best of it without my digital, without using zoom on my phone. But ever since, only 2 of my videos on my channel have been filmed with my DSLR that I stopped using. The rest have been all with my, and I'll talk the phone up. It's an LG V20, and it is set up, it is a multimedia phone. That's what it's set up for. It's made to film and stream. I mean, obviously, I'm using the crappy camera of it right now. This is the crappy cam. This is the screen-facing cam, the one that faces you. And it is the crappiest one on the phone. And that's what I'm using to film right now to stream, since my laptop sucks. Yes, digital zoom sucks. It does. So I watch that, Cindy. Just either get closer to it or stick with the long distance picture. Like I said, set it. Make sure if you're going to use your cell, get a little cell phone tripod and holder, because holding your cell like this just doesn't work well. This little holder like I've got, and I can't show you because my phone's actually in it. You can buy these really cheap. Well, this is here telescopes, the 3 links. It is actually off the desk right now. It's sitting on almost face level. But these things are cheap. They work great. They're easy to hide. This thing has stereo mics, so my sound comes through in stereo. Oh, yeah, it's a joke. For somebody with my lungs, running does suck. Also, Cindy, software. If you're going to start editing videos, some video software is crazy. Well, there you go. Dude behind the camera is giving you another one on your S8. See, every company has different settings on theirs. Mine doesn't have a smooth format motion. Mine, just use that at 1080/60. It's really smooth and gorgeous. Kaiser uses Sony Vegas, so Kaiser's paying some money. There is freeware out there. I use a freeware called Shotcut. My wife has 2 degrees in computer graphics editing, and in 2D graphics engineering and 3D graphics engineering. Say that 3 times fast. She was going to renew her Adobe and buy it again, but then Adobe now wants an exorbitant rate for a monthly fee now instead of you being able to buy the software. So what she did is look up freeware, and that's what she's running right now. She found Shotcut's the best of the freeware. So yeah, so we're running that, and Shotcut works really good. Has everything from slow motion, fast motion. We can blur license plates, anything else. So that works. Also, my encoding software that I use, that I can't use on my crap butt laptop here, is freeware, also called XSplit. You can get a paid version, but the freeware version works great for me. So I just use that. So you can save a lot of money and may put the money into equipment or a tripod, lighting, or like I did a drone and stuff like that. But no, we're not here to be secretive, Cindy. That's what we're here to do, is talk about. If you need to know about equipment and stuff, yeah, just ask. Well, I never heard of that one, Rebexy. Oh, it's freeware. Okay, there you go. You can use them in 4K, Steve. In 4K, the only thing you got to watch a lot of, especially the cell phones, on 4K, you have no image stabilization on most of them. Some to do. Most of them have image stabilization, which I don't really care for anyway, because sometimes it makes things wavy. Also 4K, boy, if you got a, like we did Old Reed, we were there 11 hours. If we filmed in 4K, even with all the storage capacity I got in this and Sean had in his, we would have killed all of our storage capacity because 4K is monstrous. And if you ever try to edit 11 hours of 4K footage, wow. Your computer will have a coronary. I've used mine in 4K and it's beautiful footage, but it will, I got, how much have I got on this thing now? I have over 150 gigabytes of memory on this device. I think it's actually 200 gigabytes. And if I use 4K, it will bury the 200 gigabytes of memory. So maybe she'll upgrade to a terabyte. So yeah. Uh-oh, I'm being hunted.
Sorry.
Oh no, why? Everybody knew. It's on my description of the stream. I was going to be... Hell, the nurse the other day, she got hellos from 4 different countries.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, see, Rebexy is in Scotland. Dude behind the camera is in New Zealand. Most of the rest of them are from America, right now? Right, guys? Because Antonis, oh, dude, New Zealand just said hi.
Hi, New Zealand.
Or dude behind the camera is his name, but he's in New Zealand. Oh, Nevada.
Hey, Nevada.
And Scotland chimed in, yep. Yeah, I'm getting reattached. Ooh, cool, I got blood back up in it. That's cool. No, Cindy, we have no problem sharing ideas and you know, equipment and software and everything else. That's the whole point. Most urban explorers, some of the big guys are, yes they are, but a lot of them aren't greedy. We would rather you get out and explore and put something on here we haven't seen and can't see and show us. That's the whole point. So the better you do and the better you can film stuff, the better we get to see it. And vice versa. So if you have suggestions, please share. Yeah, like dude said, we are a community. That's the whole point of this chat, is to be a community and not squirrel things away. The only time we share sites though is you've got to have something to show, like videos, and then you have to be able to share a site too. We don't share an open chat because vandals can get a hold of that. Yeah, the edit. See, that's another reason I don't do 4K anymore. Shotcut will do it, but it doesn't like it. But the editing, like the processing, it took like 4 or 5 times as long when I did 4K. And I swear, I talked to my computer guy at BitTech, that's Sean, and yeah, I'm mentioning him on purpose because he built me a hell of a great system. He looked at 4K and the requirements. He's like, oh man, if you're going to do 4K all the time, you are so going to have to, we're going to have an even bigger processor in that thing. It's like crap. GoPro. Dude, I want a new GoPro so bad. I had this little action cam, was a cheapie. It worked great for a dash cam, and in bright light it did pretty good. You got any dim situation, it was useless. Well, I lost one of the batteries. I still can't find it. I think my cat took it. The other battery won't hold a charge. It's cheap. So I'm trying to figure out, right now there's a deal on the Yi Lite. The Yi Lite does 4K 60. So if I do want to do 4K later, I can do full 4K. And has all these great options for 300 bucks. The GoPro Hero 5 Black is $250 or so right now. You can get pretty good sales since the 6 come out. But it only films in 4K 30. So I may pay an extra 50 bucks. I don't know. And get the Yi because I can't afford a GoPro Hero 6. GoPro Hero 6 is 500 bucks. And it still comes with one battery. I'm sorry, if I'm paying 500 bucks for something, it should come with 2 batteries. Since it's the battery, you know, I love that. Also, the Yi lasts longer on batteries. So, I don't know. The Yi, which is YI, is one of the biggest competitors of GoPro. But boy, they packed that Yi light has a lot of features in it. Has electronic stabilization. If it works half as good as GoPro's, GoPro has amazing good stabilization. But I'm torn between the GoPro Hero 5 Black for like 250-ish. Then I have to buy a battery and a card, a memory card, of course. Or the Yi Light for 300, which is full 4K 60. And then a card and an extra battery for it. So I don't know. The extra 50 bucks might be worth it. Yeah, but is the GoPro actually American made, Steve? I thought a lot of it was still using Sony sensors and everything else, which is what the Yi is using, which is how Yi competes with them by using the same internal Sony sensors. GoPro isn't going to go under, but they have failed people a little bit lately. And they do make amazingly good cameras, everybody. If you're going to look, Hulk Hogan, hey, thank you very much. God, dude, we were wondering when we were missing our gold status, our gold star troll. It was lonely. No, GoPro makes an amazing camera. I'm not going to lie. They do. The only people that really can't compete with them is Yi. When it's size, looks, features. There's some other great action cams out there, but a lot of them are bigger or totally different setup. You don't even use the same accessories as the Yi and the other action cameras out there do. It is the Hulkster. Yeah, the Karma drone was a big flummox on their part. But, I don't know, you pay so much. They came out with the GoPro the GoPro 2018 or Hero 2018. Forgot his name just now. The Everyday Dad did a review on it. I've seen some other reviews. The GoPro Hero 2018 has issues. Well, Cindy, I'll tell you this, don't buy a real cheap one. I bought a real cheapie, which once again was a great dash cam in my car. And did great for that, and even for filming me and Sean talking on our trips, and did okay in bright light. In dim lighting, though, as soon as you got dim at all, it was sucked. Don't buy a real cheapie. Buy a good one, a decent one at least. Honestly, I'm going to go with the brand names after one of my experience. I'm going to go with either GoPro, a Yi, or something comparable to those. There are a few other competitors out there that are almost at that level. The only problem is, if you got the money, go for the GoPro Hero 6 Black or the Yi 4K Plus or something. They're amazing. Either of those two cameras will do amazing work for you. GoPro Hero 5 and 6 do have one advantage over the Yi. They are waterproof without the waterproof casing, only like 20, 30 feet, but they are waterproof on their own. I do not believe any of the Yis are. If I'm wrong, please let me know. Comment angrily or let me know in the chat. God created heavens, the earth, and then two 24-inch pythons. Yi, if you buy a Yi, don't buy the cheapest Yi. Okay, Cindy? Most action cameras come with a waterproof housing. The downside of the waterproof housing of action cameras, as soon as you put it on, the microphone is useless, including GoPro. In their normal state, the microphone on a GoPro is good. You put GoPro in their waterproof case, there goes your sound. Hey, Senja. Thanks for hopping in. Yeah, see, that's what I was just talking about, Senja. The GoPro Hero 5 Black right now is cheaper since the 6 has come out. It's only like $250 here in America. But then you got to buy a battery and a card. But it is waterproof to like 30 feet right out of the box. That's great. That means you can have that toughness, waterproofness without having, without, getting rid of your mic, your sound. Wow. I do know, Urbexy, and a lot of people out there, never ever buy a refurbished GoPro. Amazon has got huge issues with them. Oh, you do? Okay, see, somebody told me the 5 was a little better, 5 and 6 were a little better with the sound, with the waterproof covers on them. The mics are somehow picking up through that. That'd be amazing if they are. Wow, that's cool. Like I said, the only thing I would buy between the only reason I'm looking at the Yi 4K Plus, I believe is what I'm looking at, like $300, is because it has to get full 4K 60, you have to buy a GoPro Hero 6 Black. Hero 6 Black is $400. Might even be more than that, but I think it's $400 last time I looked on Amazon. So, boy, it's... See, Urbexi's got the same problem, so it must be the Hero 5 and 6 Black that I knew one of them. I knew the 6 is supposed to be okay in that waterproof housing. But I know the 5 did it too. So their Senza just gave everybody a piece of help too. Yeah, Steve, I believe you're right. The 6 Black is still $400. And I just can't afford 400. Because if I had to buy $400 plus an extra battery and then the memory card. So I'm going to be $500-600 into it and buy this hospital stay and everything else. Just if I want to get out there. Now I can get the Yi 4K Plus, Yi Light 4K Plus, full 460, full 4K, tons of features, has a Sony sensor just like the GoPro. It isn't waterproof right out of the box, but it has every other feature the GoPro does for only $300. So I'd save $100. So I'm edging towards the Yi because GoPro Hero 5 Black 250, only 4K 30. I'm not doing 4K right now, but what if I want to step up to 4K? 4K 30, I don't think I'll do it. See, I kind of still want to use DSLR again, but I'm enjoying using my cell because I'm a lot more compact than a lot of the Explorers. Especially like some of these guys. I mean, Josh and those guys, once again, they're amazing. But look at the size of the camera. Cody says his camera alone weighs 7 pounds without the mic and everything on it. I don't want to carry a 7-pound camera. Plus, their cameras cost about $4,000 each. Yeah, exactly, Cindy. You got a budget. If you can't buy, like, the GoPro 2018 is only like $200, I think. It doesn't have all the full features. It's not amazing, but that would probably is better than a lot of the cheapy action cams. If you can afford $200, go for the GoPro Hero 2018, or look at the Yi version around $100 to $200 and see what it has for features. Yi is a solid brand. Just don't go for like the Akai or Bob's action cam like I did or something. Yeah. Money is a big deal for a lot of explorers because most of us aren't getting paid for this. And a lot of people don't realize urban exploring channels are among the most expensive to do. They are pricey. You got gas, travel time, wear on your car, sometimes hotel stays if you travel days away. I mean, last year, longest place I drove was down to see a friend right at the border of Texas. I drove 10 hours each way. And I stayed there for a couple days. You got food, you got all that stuff involved, your equipment. People don't realize how much you're putting in. So I can see why a lot of urban explorers got their butt chapped by YouTube pulling the rug out from under them earlier. Because they're at least making a $10, $20 here and there for some gas or food. Then YouTube pulls the rug out from under them and it's like, wow. Oh, wow. See, that's amazing. On a 3 Plus, see, every time I've used the GoPro 3 or 4, I've never had the best sound. That's amazing. I'm going to have to re-examine that. But I do know the 3s and the 4s won't do the 4K. And not that I have to have 4K, but I'm at the point where I'd rather future-proof myself, spend an extra couple bucks and future-proof myself, then 4 years from now buy again if everything does happen to get 4K, which I don't think it'll do that fast. Just because everything does cost more, processing time and everything else will be insanely more. See, I don't know how you, yeah. I have one good computer for editing, that is my desktop at home. I have a good screen on. My wife found a used TV on Craigslist. in our area. Went and looked at it, bought it. Amazingly good monitor. Exactly, Cindy. It does come out of. It's a lot of explorers that comes out of our pocket. We do it for love. If we do make money someday, hey, that's great. Which some explorers are real bitchy about. Oh, you're a jerk. You're making money off this hobby. You shouldn't be making money. If you can make money off something you love, isn't it everybody's dream? That means the guys playing football, if they really love it like they say, they should never make a penny. Well, I'm impressed then, because a lot of people I know say their GoPro 3s and 4s have good sound until they put the waterproof housing on. I don't know, Cindy, because it depends on your processor. If you have an Android phone, Cindy, your phone will work with any laptop pretty much, except sometimes Apple. Apple is, I'm sorry, Steve, but Apple's a dicks. Apple phones will work with just any laptop all the time and download. Hey, Adjusta, man, I'm doing a little better, dude. Exactly, Senja. People who are angry about people making money on YouTube, I don't know what their problem is. If you're doing something on YouTube that you love, you're not just doing it just to make money. But if you're coming on here doing something you love and you can make money, where's the downside in life to that? As urban explorers, I know Urbexy knows this, there's a lot of hate out there to urban explorers that make money on YouTube. And I don't understand it. Welcome from Australia, Mr. Adjusta. Yeah. It's not that I hate Apple. I don't like that they are just so limited in what they work with. Works great with other Apple stuff, but Apple stuff is expensive. Once again, for most urban explorers, Apple stuff is too expensive. You gotta buy everything Apple then. An Apple laptop costs 3 times what a normal Windows laptop does, and a Windows laptop does the same thing. Exactly, Adjusta. Making money is a bonus. And the anger towards people making money on YouTube, Senja, someday I hope you make money and keep loving it and keep doing it, and money comes just into you and you get both. That is the way it should be. You should be able to do, if you find something you love and you make money, you won. I call you win. That's it. Yes, sir, Baxi, Apple does screw their users. I don't know if you know this, but in America, every year, Apple automatically pays a fine to the United States government for breaking digital rights management laws. Apple breaks a bunch of laws automatically, but they have so much money they can afford to pay the fines because the fines aren't big enough. Whew. Yeah, that YouTube change got a lot of people's Senja. Like I said, I'm happy I can actually qualify for the new monetization. I think in the first 10 months now of my channel, I have 469,000 minutes of watch time. So thank you very much, everybody. And I'm at 1.1K subscribers. But I'm stuck in here and I haven't had time to get home, get my passwords, and register everything. But Jericho did, and he's making a little money helping with gas and food now. Yes, sir, Baxi. No, Justin, we're still talking about the policy that came in the first of this year. We were talking about that again. Senja used to make money on her channel before the YouTube changed her policy at the beginning of the year. Now she got to get more time to get up there. So everybody check Senja out, by the way. She's in Bali, puts out some pretty cool vids. If you like her channel, subscribe to it. You know, it's not saying you have to sub for sub, because I don't believe in that. I believe in checking people's channels out. You like it, then subscribe. But give her a glance. No, not again yet. I have seen some gloom and doom videos from some of the big YouTubers lately about YouTube, though, so I don't know what's going on there. No problem, Senja. You can just leave right there. Thanks. You're welcome. No, Senja, you're a perfect example of it, and so yeah. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end up looking at the Yi 4K Plus or something like that and get that. I always like that it's threaded right in the bottom. A lot of action cams aren't threaded, You can put them in a little holder to put them on a little tripod or something like I carry. Kind of sucks. I noticed the E is threaded. I don't even think the GoPro 5 is threaded in the bottom. Oh no, Justa. I get out sometime in the next 2 to 4 days. That's the range, I believe. I believe I'll be out before Sunday. But they have let me out on Sundays before to start the week fresh. So, depends if they think I'm still getting benefit from this, and if I still think I'm getting benefit from all this. So no problem asking it, Justa. I appreciate it. I have been trying to watch people's videos while I've been in here, but I'll tell you what, I do so much therapy. This 2-hour block here, I did a lot today to try to make so I can have this 2-hour block down. Because I'm supposed to be doing more therapies, more breathing treatments. It's a rough game here. But yeah, I'm hoping to improve a good amount. I don't think I'm going to get everything I want, but I'm going to do what I can. I know I'll be out before next week. So one way or another, come hell or high water, I'm going to be out exploring somewhere next week. One way or another. Yeah, even if I have to go without Tenzo Roku. I understand we all got jobs, but man, you gotta... I think I got this on YouTube. Or no, not YouTube, Amazon. I think if you type in running sucks shirt, you'll find it. But no, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Cindy, since you are the newer one, do you have any more questions for any of us? Any more yeah, because, oh, Cindy, sorry. You did say something about, can you edit on your laptop? I don't know. My laptop here will not handle it. It depends how new and how big the processor is. If your processor is not above a certain level, no. It'll just max out your processor when you go to export, is what it's called. You go to export a video to the formatting and everything, it'll just lock up. It won't handle it. My wife's laptop is pretty new and decently powerful, and it almost does it. If nothing else is running, it'll kind of do it. But our desktop home was made just for editing. So yeah, Sean at Big Tech put that together. Put it together for us. We got a really badass looking Transformers glowing case on it and everything. Ooh. Well, Cindy, don't worry. I'm not running. My lungs won't let me run no more. I don't get the air. They get angry sometimes on the treadmill walking hard sometimes with an incline. I did get a little yelled at today. I was pushing a little hard and my O2 dropped low. And they're like, we're going to put oxygen on you. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm not too far off that, though. Wow, you do with an i3? Huh, I may have talked to you. I think my wife has an i3 and I won't do it. I think our home system has an i5 in it. And that does it. But you don't want to be doing too much while you're doing it. It's not the editing process that's so bad. You can do a lot of stuff while you're editing. It's the exporting. Exporting pulls power. I mean, I've even had our desktop with the i5 open and looked at the task manager. You start exporting that thing and go, woof. It's like, whoa. So yeah, I don't do much. When I start doing exporting on my home system, I don't touch it. I walk away as I don't want to do anything else that'll anger it. We may have to upgrade to an i7 or higher here soon. Rendering, there you go. My computer, my system calls it exporting. It says export video. As soon as you export H.264 high format, high baseline format, that's when it goes. It calls it export. It doesn't call it render. But yeah, editing, you can probably edit on yours, Cindy. But as soon as you go see, Urbexy his program calls it rendering. Mine calls it exporting. Either one, it splices everything together that you've edited. It starts processing your sound setups, if you change your picture a little bit, your special effects, your titling, puts everything together and starts putting the right format for YouTube. That pulls power. Well, yeah, you got a 1.5. That sounds like an i5 processor. Steve, you got a heck of a laptop then. But yeah, you don't do much else when they're rendering, do you? Or exporting, whatever. But yeah, you don't do a lot else. Because even our system at home, when I start exporting or rendering, however you want to name it, I walk away. Yeah, yeah. You got to kind of adjust certain things. You'll find certain settings where you're going to have to change some stuff. I mean, I've even pulled audio out and put it back a certain video because I should have said it then and I didn't and stuff like that. But yeah, there's that time where you gotta just walk away from your computer. My computer guy says if we do an i7 or he's got something even more powerful he was talking about, then we could do something. You gotta set it and go walk away. I will say once again, I looked at my number up here. Thank you very much for the thumbs up so far. And remember, and every time you're on anybody's live stream, give them a thumbs up if you're enjoying their stream because the little YouTube algorithm does see that. Cindy, do you have a channel and are you starting one? There's a question I had for you. Now, is your mouth movements and picture not matched up after you edit or is this before? Because if it's before, it's some type of camera setting issue there. But yeah, Steve, you got the same processor in your laptop I have on my desktop. So yeah, once you start rendering, you just stare at it. Broke your back. Ouch. Let's see. Sorry, I was just waiting to see if Cindy heard me. Oh, there she is. Oh, you got two. Okay, well, Burning Sands exploration. Cool. And I can't check it because that's doing its thing. Ooh, maybe I can't. I just want to be able to see the chat. I want to be able to do that. See, this laptop is so old and slow. I've been meaning to upgrade for a long time, but it costs a lot for the one I want. And I spent that money last year on exploring. There we go. Come on. You gotta coax it. That's why you could never even render with this if your life depended on it because of this. Sorry, I'm trying to find Cindy real quick because I don't want to leave bookmark, pull her page up and find it. There she is. Okay, Cindy, I found you. Hey, Cindy, good news though. You have 108 subscribers, which means you can do the best thing about YouTube. You can mobile live stream. Mobile live streaming is something that I've been doing for a long time, ever since I could when I got my 100 subscribers. I even used a mobile live on Facebook years ago on Explorers that now some of the big YouTubers are starting to pick up on. Some of the big explorers. So don't forget, Cindy, you do have that option to mobile live. And it's awful nice to have, by the way. So yeah, mobile live streaming, everybody. Make sure you don't forget to do that. I had a lot of people tell me when I did the recent one of the church meeting Sean did, a lot of people were telling me they liked that a lot. Even the video quality is a little down. Just because it's cool seeing it as we are the explorers are seeing it. And sometimes the down video quality walking around with us is actually kind of cool, I guess I was told. So don't forget to show your viewers a live Explorer here or there. I know sometimes you don't have good service. My church video kind of proves that. But try it when you can. Even if it's only a minute or two. Let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing right now to try to show you guys. So I like doing that. Ray, hey man. Oh man, Ray. My wife and I, this is a tentative, by the way, so don't get excited here. My wife and I have actually made thoughts about moving to Tennessee. It's a thought. Because there's a good medical center down there that does, they have really, really high rating on lung transplants. Well, Cindy, on your cell phone live stream, mobile live streaming is actually pretty easy. You hit your YouTube app and open it, turn your phone sideways right away. Because if you do hit the little camera thingy first, you're up a creek. No problem, dude. Have a good one, man. And thanks for the stream the other night, dude. I think we did really good. We carried on a little long, but we did a good stream. But no, Cindy, you get your cell phone out, turn it sideways, and open the YouTube app, the actual YouTube app. And at the top right, you'll see a little camera. Look like a camera. Click that. Once again, keep your phone in landscape mode. And it'll show you, it'll walk you right through it. It's really easy to live stream. Doesn't have to be anything beautiful. Yeah, they do. We got some good hospitals up here. Also, Ray. But the one down there, Vanderbilt, has got a very, extremely good rating for lung transplants. In fact, I mean, they are one of the top in the country for lung transplants. And my wife also, we've thought about moving south anyway because winters are real rough on me. And we both hate winter. Yours isn't, I know you're not south, but it's a little warmer. But yeah, no problem. Hey, Senja, thank you. And by the way, thank you for sharing your experiences with your GoPro 3 and stuff. So you definitely, you earned the shout out, hun. You participate every time you come in here. Thank you very much, hun. Have a good one. Remember, everybody, check Senja out. Senja Aldi, and she is in Bali. And I watched one of her videos the other day on the treadmill, actually. I didn't get to comment, by the way, Senja, but I did give you a thumbs up because I was on the treadmill puffing away. But keep doing it, Senja. I appreciate it. And I also appreciate how much you do contribute when you're in here. But yeah, Ray, Vanderbilt is the hospital that my wife is looking at for me because of the transplant numbers are. University of Iowa here is way above the national average. They are. But Vanderbilt, oh my God, their numbers are, they're like in the top 10 in the country for lung transplants. And if anybody knows lung transplants, I know we're off the top topic here, but lung transplants are the hardest type of transplant to do. Heart transplants, places that are all over anymore. Lung is tough. I did not know that. But no, Cindy, trust me, once we go back to the exploring, once you do a live stream from your phone or mobile, it's easy. It's harder to live stream from your computer than it is your mobile. Which, okay, YouTube, please, for the love of God, YouTube, get that corrected. Why is it the thing in my hand I can carry in my pocket will stream easier than anything you have at home, a laptop or a desktop? It should be the other way around. And you got enough programmers and money, you should be able to figure that out. We shouldn't have, if I don't have to have encoding software here, why do I have to have encoding software and a bunch of hoops jump through here? Because if I didn't have encoding software, if I could just go to YouTube on Google here, on my Google Chrome, this computer would have enough power to live stream. Yeah, Ray does a lot of live explores. See, now Ray proves my point. Ray does live explores like I do. And he does a good amount of them, and it is a great thing to do. Ray, Cindy is new to the exploring world, and we've been giving her pointers tonight, talking about if you know of any free software. I told her I use Shotcut for my editing. I use XSplit for my encoding software. Those are all freeware. We also told her that, hey, cell phones are huge technology. Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Adjusta. See, that's a good thing to do with a live stream. How close are you, Adjusta? Just curious. For those of you who don't know, Adjusta, he is my Australian exploring brother. He is even farther around the other side of the planet than, well, he's over by dude behind the camera in New Zealand there. 970. Yo, man, good job. I think I'm hovering right around 1100 right now. A lot of people, the subs aren't the problem, it's the watch time. And I've been very fortunate in my watch time. You know, it's dropped since I've been in the hospital. So any of you who are still watching my videos and checking myself out, I do appreciate it. I'm sorry I've had a new one since I've been sick. These live streams I can still do. And I did a live from over at the field house right next door. I'll turn the camera here now. I will try to get this back. This is where I've been working out since I've been here. I pay for a membership over there. That huge building. It's that close to the hospital. So I don't know how well you guys can see that out the window. But this is part of the hospital complex where I'm at. And I'm up on the 7th floor, and that is the University of Iowa campus field house. That's where I work out when I can. Then I'm also going exercise in the rehabilitation lab downstairs. Yeah, Cindy, we were sharing pointers with Cindy. Cindy, big thing about exploring, I don't know if you heard me earlier, lighting. People make a big mistake on lighting. You can go to Amazon. Newer, Neewer, makes a 168 or 190 light, LED light panel. It's really cheap. You can get that. A small, cheapy little handheld, like cell phone tripod. They'll screw right to it. Perfect handle. You can either use AA batteries or you can get cheap rechargeable ones to go for it. Amazing light. It's dimmable. It spreads out so you don't have that big circle like some people do. So check that one out. That might help you out. Oh, light panel. Neewer is the brand, and it is on Amazon. They have multiples. Actually, mine is actually up here in the hospital with me because my exploring pack was in my car. See, I carry it with me everywhere. I also have my drone up here, but I can't fly it outside because there's a heliports on the roof here. So my drone automatically senses that and goes, you can't even fly here. I was flying inside though. But yeah, it's a newer, Neewer is the brand at Justa, and it is on Amazon. Mine's like the cheaper version, like 168 or 198 light panel LED. And I can use batteries out of my old camcorder still work in it. It takes like 3 different types of batteries, rechargeable, or you can also use AA's. So it's great. Yeah, mine is somewhere over there in my pack. Also, I carry a small pen light with me. It's rechargeable. It's from Streamlight. It's called the Streamlight Stylus Max or Plus or something like that. Or Ultimate. It's not much bigger than a pen light. Like it's big around. And it's rechargeable. And it's still almost 300 lumens out of this little sucker. That's my main light until I need to use my big light for camera work. So that's another good one. And I am going to do a what's in my pack thing with links to Amazon coming up. As soon as I get registered for the Amazon affiliate program, which I seem to have issues doing. No problem, Cindy. That's what we're here for. Like dude said, we are a community. We're here to share. And some explorers have drones. I recently did a little video. I'm not sure I'm going to post it yet on my other channel. Of whether or not I'm ever going to buy another DJI drone. I'm very on the fence. On the one hand, DJI makes the best drones in the world. They just do. On the other hand, you still there? Oh. Somehow at a certain time of night, and it did so this time last week, the Wi-Fi disconnects here. It switches over and screws up my computer here. And screws this up, but this is auto disconnects, thankfully. But yeah, I got a drone, a DJI, my little DJI Spark. I love the thing, but it seems like every couple months, the door ceiling that is 80 feet tall, and I want to film in there. Mavic Pro is an amazing drone. It does go higher inside than my Spark, but they still limit it too. Even it won't go to that roof in that building. The Mavic is an amazing drone. It's expensive. The only thing you gotta watch about a Mavic is if you're not a good drone pilot, be very careful. You crash it, they will break. The foldable legs break off easier. My Spark does not shoot in as high quality as the Mavic Pro. Mavic Pro shoots great 4K. My Spark shoots 1080 60. It would shoot 4K because it uses the same processor as a Mavic. But they use part of the processor for the other stabilization area, which I think you should be able to turn off and switch the processor over to 4K. But yeah, they hobble their drone a lot. Take away OTG function. I'm not sure I'll ever buy one of theirs again. I may buy another brand that gives me more freedom. I can buy a cheaper drone that shoots about the same quality, doesn't quite fly quite as good, and not quite as reliable, but at least I get to choose how it flies. So they have a nanny company that acts like they own my drone. DJI has even told people, if you don't do these certain updates, you won't be able to fly your drone. It's like, is it mine or not? Scott County, Tennessee. We have Scott County, Iowa up here. The Mavic Pro is amazing, but if you're trying to save money, look for something cheaper first. If you don't care about some of the restrictions that are on it, the Spark is a great drone. There's other ones out there a lot like the Spark too. Yeah, those lights, just make sure you get one. And make sure if you want to get rechargeable batteries with it to use in it, or if you want to use AA's. So they are great to have. Yeah, I can't wait to hit 1,000. That'd be great, man. Don't register right away. It looks, because a lot of people bounce at 1,000, they bounce up and down. I found out that YouTube actually turns people down a lot for monetization until they're around 1,100 or so they know they won't bounce just below that 1,000 mark. They want you to stay above that 1,000. Yeah, yeah, Scott County, Iowa is right in my home area, right across the river from where I live in Illinois. I don't know how your watch time is adjusted if you're even at the watch time level. Because as you all know, they do have a good watch time. You have to have 20,000 minutes a month, which gives us 240,000 minutes in a 12-month period to get monetization. So a lot of people try to register for monetization as soon as they get 1,000. Well, that's fine. Even if they have 1,000, but they don't have the watch time. They forget about that one. Oh no! We have our Gold Star Troll is back in Spanish. Holy crap. Wow. That's not bad, Justin. That's what, halfway there? They did what, 20,000 hours, which is 240,000 minutes. You'd be surprised, Cindy. I started my channel 10 months ago. Now I'm at 1,100 subscribers, and at my highest point, my watch time was 280,000 minutes in a month. I think I'm at, I can't look because I'm using that, I've got my app on it, but I think I'm at 470,000 total for 10 months. But it's at 10,000 hours in a year, adjust our lifetime. Make sure you look that up right. I had a friend telling me, well, I've got 11,000 hours. He looked, that's his lifetime on his channel for 2 years. It's 12-month period. In the last 365 days, you have to have 20,000 hours, which is 240,000 minutes. Or 4,000 hours. What? Did I say it right? Let me see. I'll probably power this up and get going there. Wow. That's hella good, dude. Holy crap. 600,000 minutes? Whoa. That's crazy. That's pretty cool. That's actually that's way up there. Because I think my channel's been active not quite 10 months yet. I've got one vid that has like 300,000 or 200,000 minutes of watch time itself. It's like, whoo. So that's pretty cool. My military-based video's gone nuts. I think it's got 51,000 views now, so yay me, I cleared one at 50K. My bowling alley one's only got like 14,000, I think it's my second rated video. The one that Devon from Among the Unknown hates. He does hate that video. Yeah, most of my vids, Lately, a lot of my vids haven't been doing as good, but a lot of people say they've had a problem with like vid watch times lately. I don't know why, but they say they have. Now you do use the app, Adjusta, the YouTube Studio app. What you know about Cindy, right? The Studio app. That's another thing. If you're not using, use the YouTube Studio app. Let's see. Why it does that? Let's see. Watch time minutes. Here we go. That's not what I wanted, guys. Here. In 365 days, my channel is not 365 days old. In the last 365 days, I have 440,908 watch minutes. That's right there. Those guys, focus or not. There, you get the idea. There's my number up there in the top, right there. So that's what you should be checking, Adjusta. Because here's where I started, way back. See where I started there, Cindy? Look at that little flat sucker. And then suddenly I got something. It's come down, but I'm still at 150,000 in the last 28 days. So it takes time, hon. Yeah, you got to use the app, Adjusta. It's so easy. The app is great. There's a lot more live action. I started in July of 2017. That's when I started. So I haven't got a year in yet. But that's what you need to look for is that minutes right there. That minutes, 365 days. I need to be, at that number has to be at least 240,000. So see, you're not even a year yet either, hon. But yeah, so I'm okay with that because I like how mine says May 15th, 2017. My channel wasn't even active then, but they put that date in there. It's kind of cute. Wow. You go do a lot more videos than I do, though. But yeah, that's amazing, dude. Then you should be able to do that. You should be able to monetize then. So that's good. It is a long road, Ray. It is. And my channel, I'm pretty focused. I pretty much do the live streams and I do the explorers, and that's it. Excuse me. Wow. Wow. Guess I'm not quite ready to leave the hospital yet. No, my channel, yeah, my channel's dope. It is when I'm home and have my system and I can work on my channel properly. I need to go back through some of my vids because my last couple of vids, I don't know. I have titling issues. Now, Cindy, there's another thing you got to watch out for. Titling on YouTube and the descriptions of the titling and tags are huge to get yourself shared. Also look into Reddit and Google Plus. Google Plus is a big thing. You got to put your video on some of the other places to share and drive views to your channel. So I use Reddit a lot. Oh, I won't overtire. I'm about done here in a little bit, actually, hon. Probably in the next 5-10 minutes, I'll be out of here. So I do have more therapies to do and stuff like that, and breathing treatments and yada, yada, yada. Oh. But no, anything else you want to know, Cindy? Or, no, Adjusta, I did not translate it since I'm doing everything here. I didn't copy and paste. But see, Adjusta, I don't know if you were here earlier. Dude labeled him our gold star troll because he comes in and does the wrestling stuff all the time. He's really friendly. Chad Taplin. Dude, what's up? How you doing, Chad? Chad is a fellow urban explorer but he's from Wisconsin. Chad was working real hard to get us into a mall here recently. And it sounds like the city, even after he paid money to them, kind of said screw off. So that's very crappy of them. So, yeah. Oh, you did? Oh, Chad. Well, Chad, you get the internet hug. Thanks, man. Chad has been working real hard to help out explorers. He really does. If you're ever near Wisconsin and need help with sites, especially near Milwaukee, talk to Chad. But yeah, he definitely knows some peeps up there. Chad, that's not the problem. Okay, now, Cindy, I don't know if you run into this yet, and I don't know how is it for Adjusta down there. City and government officials are the worst for urban explorers. You approach them to see someplace legally, and they just jackass treat you like crap most of the time. Chad paid to get us into this mall. Yeah, Cindy, there you go. That's a good one, Steve. But city officials suck. And not just city, sorry. Let me just say government officials. I know here in America, I don't know how it is for you, Justin. Here in America, we're saying, hey guys, you work for us. But the government officials seem to act like that's their property. And I don't understand it. Sorry, I keep forgetting the camera's this tinky little corner over here. For some reason, I look over here all the time. Partially, I'm trying to look at my computer screen. But yes, government officials suck. And I even told one guy, and me and Sean walked up to talk to him nicely. We asked, can we, get into camera or video this place? Or at least we're going to take some video of the outside. And he started threatening us, going off on us. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I live in this county. I pay taxes to you, jerk. I pay your salary. You work for us. And he's like, oh, I'm tired of hearing that. I'm like, well, the fact is you do work for me. So yeah, government officials, horrid. So Chad, they tried to mess with Chad. Oh my God, Chad. Jeez. Okay, there you go, everybody, Chad. If you're going to Wisconsin, go talk to Chad because Chad ain't taking no crap. Oh my God. Holy jeez, man. Oh, Chad. I hope I don't have to bail you out of jail, man. I can't wait to meet you, though, man. That's great. Yeah, Chad started talking to me, actually, because I think it was through Tenzo Roku. And Chad and I have been talking off on ever since. And he's like, hey, I think I got a cool mall. Get you up there. And then he was all happy one day. Yeah, we got it. We get in. Then like a week or two later, he's like, oh my God, you would not believe that. Yeah. So he had to go drop a little scunion on him and at the government go, wait a minute, you already charged me for this. You don't get to take my money and tell me yes and give me a date, then say, well, no. The hell? I guess we weren't big enough YouTubers for them. Whatever. Well, I can't wait, Chad. Just gotta talk to you about the date then, and we'll get that. That'd be great. Tenzo Roku's gonna be excited. Who I wish would come on this stream tonight, because I'd love to pin his little butt down. As I want to go to Gary, Indiana next week, and he keeps kind of hamming and hawing and keep wanting to wait another week or two after. It's like, no, this hospital stay put me far enough behind. We were supposed to go kind of next week anyway. So I don't know. He got his car fixed, but I may have to go without him. You know, it's a sketchy town, folks. Gary, okay, no, Cindy, be careful in some areas. I'm going to Gary, Indiana here soon. Gary, Indiana's got a lot of great places to explore. It's kind of dangerous, kind of sketchy, where my wife would really not like me to go alone. Like if she knew Randy wasn't going, she may not let me go. Sorry, I'm checking here. Cindy, Steve is talking about Google Plus. That's where YouTube Urban Explorers is. So I'm a member of that one. That's actually where I met Steve. Ooh. We also got a college coming up in Wisconsin this summer. Another guy up there is able to get permission to go through this old college. It's an old one before they're going to gut it until they remodel it for veterans home. Thank you to help the veterans out. But I guess we got permission to go into that. I got to find out when that is too yet. No, not today, Justa. The time I'm spending here is all the time I've got. I don't know if you saw it, Justa. Dude behind the camera and I are doing a show together now every week on his channel. So I stream there also. Now, I haven't been able to, since I can't do a lot of uploading here well, My Kylie the Who channel, I did do one upload the other day. My CF channel is kind of laxing, but I think I did a Kylie the Who one. I had to record it, then upload it. I can't do live here. Because those two channels don't have enough subscriptions to use the mobile live. Hell yeah, Justa. Dude, you guys are vets. You deserve to be able to use that card once in a while. If anybody should be able to use it. Which is funny because Sean, my partner I explored with for 20 plus years, he thinks I should use my health problem more often when talking to people about exploring. When I think it's a bad idea. If they think I have a health problem, they may not want to let me in. He thinks they'll feel bad for me and let me in. But no, you should. You paid the money, you followed their rules, you did what you're supposed to, and then they screwed you, Chad. If you have to throw the veteran card out there, throw it. No, the veteran card, I don't even call that a card, Chad. I call that something we owe you. America owes you guys. And I don't think our government keeps up its end of the bargain for you guys anyway. Or we wouldn't have veterans charities out there. Because our government said they would take care of you guys. You guys serve, you protect us, you fight the enemy, we cover you, you're covered. But no, we got veterans charities, our government is not following that. So you want to throw down a veteran, what you call a veteran card, I call it just your just desserts, feel free. Sean, I don't know if anybody knows, my longtime exploring partner, his injuries right now, why he's not exploring with me as much, is injuries due to his, battle injuries. His back is destroyed from some from the infantry stuff he was in, and he's got some other issues. He's going through the VA, and he does have a back surgery coming up at the VA here soon. So Sean, my normal exploring partner, is a Marine veteran, a veteran of a couple wars, actually. The original Desert Storm and over in Somalia. So a little shout out to my partner, Sean. I'm sorry he can't explore with me as much, but he's a vet, and vets deserve whatever we give them. They need it. We should be taking care of them. That's okay. He was now Sean is only on here once in a while. He doesn't do a lot of YouTube. Sean just was in the Explorers. He explored with me since we were like 14, 15. That's how long he's been exploring with me. Him and his wife will get on YouTube sometimes and watch our videos, and they'll check the live streams here and there, but I don't care. I thank him anyway, even if he doesn't see it. There's Tenzo Roku. Hey, Tenzo Roku, look who's on here. Chad's on here. Tenzo Roku, any chance we can do Gary, Indiana next week? I'm still wanting to. I'd like to. Being trapped in this hospital is giving me the bug. Yeah, I usually am only on 5:30 to 7:30. I've stretched this one a little long because, well, one, Chad came on. Chad doesn't get on. Are we going to be there, 2 days, Tenzo Roku? I don't think we're going to be able to see everything in one day. I think it's only like a 3-4 hour drive for each of us. But I think get there, we're going to not be long in a day. So I think we're going to have to do 2 days. So maybe do a Wednesday, Thursday. That sound good? Or a Tuesday, Wednesday? Something like that. I know I've been exploring since I was 14 years old. And without saying my age. Yeah, urban exploring, as it actually is now, started in San Francisco. That's where the phrase was termed urban exploring. I mean, there's been urban exploring throughout history, but nobody really made it a thing until about then. Yeah, Tenzo Roku, it does, or Justin, it does seem that way, doesn't it, man? But I'm thinking if we can do next Wednesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Wednesday next week, Tenzo Roku, let me know. Yeah, there's some of us been exploring a long time. Urbexy's not all that young either. He's a up there explorer. So yeah, I've been exploring. I'm really exploring pretty decently for over 30 years. Ugh. Then you got people like Kaiser and Kaiser Glick and among the unknown out there. They're like 15 and 17. It's like, oh, jeez. Well, it's very addictive, right? But yeah, Tenzo Roku, IM me and let me know if maybe we can still do next week and stuff. Oh, don't worry, Cindy. There's some people, there's a couple groups. There's one in England I watch, and I think none of them in there are under 60 years old. There's a group out somewhere northwest in America. I think there's 4 or 5 of them in their 70s, and they're exploring. So, I'm not going to pick on Josh. I actually like Josh. I'm a fan of his. Once again, as I've told people before, I think Josh has done an amazing job of raising exploring up to be a real thing. To people don't see us as vandals and just out doing stupid crap. But yeah, he's worked it. He's got. I also do feel that I feel bad for his partners because they did a lot of work too, and they really haven't reaped the benefit he got. People seem to get him. No, yeah, he has. I've been exploring longer than he's been alive, Adjusta. Funny thing is, I had people tell me 8, 9 years ago that I should be doing this stuff for YouTube, but at the time I was too busy with my job, and I'm like, I don't want. What do you mean YouTube? I don't know if I want to film it and show it, but then I started thinking about it, and then it's like, you know what? I don't want to. My parents' house burned down, right? I had some stuff stored. I started doing some renovation of my house. I lost every bit of picture and even the old low-def video I had of all my explorers except for 2 from the last 25 years. Ever since then, I save in multiple places, and it's like, oh my God. And now YouTube, I see that now, no matter what happens to my stuff, YouTube is gonna be there. Yeah, he wasn't even on. I've been exploring longer than Josh has been alive. I think he's like 22, 24. Oh, that's great, Cindy. See, there's a guy in England who does that. He explores with his mom. And he's younger, and she drives him around. And Devon from Among the Unknown, his mom takes them places. She's even helped talk about a police a couple times. So you can't beat that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's something you're going to see, Cindy. Exploring has no age. I've had people on my stream here that are 14 years old exploring. I had a dad on here who was exploring with his 2 14-year-old children. I've had people in their 60s on here who like exploring. There's no age to exploring. It's all it takes is a curious heart and get out and look at it. But yeah, YouTube is. I find YouTube both great and bad all at once because they've done some stupid stuff. But YouTube as an idea, as a thing itself is amazing. Exactly. Oh, don't worry, Cindy, you're already old then. Men stopped aging mentally at 60. That's what women think. As soon as we can get a driver's license, our brain stops right there. We don't go any farther than cool I can drive. Yeah, no matter how crappy my body feels, I don't feel any older. I mean, half the guys on this stream, I'll tell you, half the time I'm wearing He-Man Masters of the Universe t-shirts or Ghostbusters. Yeah. Age is a lot in here. Come on, you'll see people in their 20s that they're old. My wife admits she's got an old soul because when it comes between the two of us, I'm the one who listens to loud, new club and dance music and stuff like that. She listens to a lot of older country music. She also dresses a lot older than I do. Not being mean to my wife. I love you, hon. But even she knows. She's got a little bit of an older soul than I do. What's wrong with tea? Tea don't make you old. Tea has caffeine. Oh, well, I think it's about time to get off here. Urbexy is gone. It's late where he's at. But I got breathing treatments to do. It's almost 8 o'clock. I got a lot to do yet. But streaming live from the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, where hopefully next week I'm streaming live either from Gary, Indiana, or my house. What the heck is that? I don't know why I did that. Oh, it's no problem, Cindy. I gotta go too, hon. Feel free to stop back by. I do this every Tuesday, 5:30 to 7:30. Even when I travel, I will may not be quite 5:30, 7:30, but I will do my live streams. So, any questions? Feel free to ask. Adjusta, anybody else on here? Everybody on my stream are sharing, not greedy people. They would rather tell you stuff, have you film, and show them more something else. People on my stream want to see stuff, whether they're explorers themselves or not. So yeah. Also, Cindy, somebody should check out, and I say this to everybody, check out Urbex Pajerico. He's my best friend on the internet. He's from Scotland. Him and Urbexy are both from Scotland, have taken me under their wing. Check them both out. They're great guys, and you can learn a lot by how they film style. So I do appreciate them. And then Adjusta, if you like something from Australia, check him out. So he's down under. He does some challenges. I watch some of those, but I watch all of his explorers. I dig the hell out of those. Oh, Urban Kiwiana. Yes. He's Adjusta's neighbor in New Zealand. Okay. So you check everybody out, and I appreciate you guys showing up as usual. Think of some topics. I've made a decision where I've been hogging it too much and making my topics the thing. Come in with questions and topics, and I will throw them out there. I have no problem doing that from now on. I'd like to do that, and it's not supposed to be just my stream. I'm doing this to be with you guys, and come loaded with topics and questions. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later, and I'm going to get out of here and go wheel this across the floor before it runs out of battery. Talk to you guys later. Bye.